Next up in the draft at pick 22 is the Miami Dolphins, and they went with Charles Harris, who I assume will be an outside linebacker, maybe, on their team. Defensive end, outside linebacker. Not exactly sure how he fits in that scheme. They could get young. I don't know. It's really tough. I don't really see the drop back ability in the pass game for him to really excel as an outside linebacker in a 3-4. But maybe if you just have him as a pure edge rushing specialist. But again, multiple front as a defensive end. He can learn a thing or two from Cam Wake and William Hayes. William Hayes, who they acquired from the LA Rams. It's a good pick. I really like the mentality. I wasn't super high on him as Mizzou. I'm not a big Mizzou fan. To be completely honest with the prospects that they churn out. But I do think the mentality suits. He's gonna put his way. For you that don't really know who he is, I think he's gonna fit well in with Ndamukong Suh. Just from the couple interviews that I have seen, I don't know. I don't really think there's gonna be a lot of Dolphin fans that are excited with this pick. I think a lot of people would have really wanted T.J. Watt. I have a buddy that's a Dolphin fan. He really wanted Forrest Lamp, the guard, to come in and start alongside Laramie Tunsil on the left-hand side of that offensive line. But again, they got two old dogs starting at defensive end, so they're getting younger. You can never have, if you have age at the end spot, you may want to get a little bit youthful. Unless your team maybe like the Philadelphia Eagles, where your guys are in their prime, and then you just want to add another name to the stable for some god-awful reason. I think Miami Dolphins, overall, the prospect of Charles Harris is very good. He has very high upside, a very high motor, very productive at Mizzou, and I think the attitude fits the kind of attitude that they want really to establish there for the Miami Dolphins defense. However, I think you may be able to question the need, unless they truly value him as some form of an outside linebacker, which I don't see that being the case. You could say offensive line or linebacker, maybe even looking somewhere in the secondary at the cornerback spot. Could have been a bigger need and would have been a better pick for Miami Dolphins. But let me know, Dolphin fans, in the comment section below, how do you feel about this Charles Harris pick? Do you think that he is going to be the guy that's eventually going to succeed either Cameron Wake or William Hayes? Do you think he may be able to supplant William Hayes for that starting defensive end role, and William Hayes becomes the backup guy that rotates himself in? I don't know. Let me know. Personally, with this pick, I would have went with T.J. Watt or Forrest Lamp. Either one of those guys, I think, would have been a little bit more serviceable. But I'm not Adam Gase. I'm not in that room. Maybe Dolphin fans, you might be able to enlighten me. Maybe you're super pumped about the Charles Harris pick, but let me know in the comment section below. And next up on the clock, as depressing as it is to talk about, it's the New York Giants. Gross.